This is another one. Why the crash was big for cryptocurrencies. This was a story I wanted to talk about, which is really cool. I just wanted to read it real quick. Is the cryptocurrency market means different things to different people. To many, it represents an object of naked speculation, which consumers almost all the media coverage about the space. For these people, Wednesday was a bad day. The Bloomberg, yeah, that's just them. Okay. But to others, the crypto space is more than just speculative instruments. It is the construction of a new financial system. For them, Wednesday was a huge win that might go down as one of the best days in crypto history. Under extreme stress, the system worked as designed. Yes, problems were uncovered, such as high fees. We've all heard it. We were talking about it in our own little conversations, right? But the high fees to trade at the most volatile moments. When everybody wanted to do something, that's when the fees were the highest. But this is a known problem because the crypto platforms are running at 100% capacity. Solutions to add more capacity and efficiency have been in the works for months and should be operational by year end. To understand why I believe Wednesday was a big victory for crypto, separate the space into its two main categories: centralized and decentralized. Centralized is the most familiar, right? These are the regulated exchanges like BlockFi, Coinbase, and Binance. They run traditional order books with bids and offers, much like the New York Stock Exchange and much like Robinhood Markets Incorporated and other traditional brokers. When markets get hectic, they are saddled with delays, system outages, and frustrated customer experiences. These events led many to conclude that the crypto space is not ready for prime time. But that's the centralized system, everybody. The decentralized protocols, which many claim are the future of finance, worked as designed and they never went down. While customers grumbled about the market losses, they were not complaining that these systems failed them at critical times, right? They were still able to make those exchanges. And yes, so if it costed, $1,800 or, say you're moving about, $350,000, right? If you really wanted to do that, you're going to incur that cost to do that. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what's very critical, where we should look at what's the deal with decentralization, right? We are in total and full control over here. If you didn't want to move it because you're looking at the gas, that's your decision, but you did have the ability to do that. And that's kind of the key takeaway that we really need to see here as they go ahead and work, and these two new type of maybe version 2s or whatever Ethereum's working on, so they can help with gas or other places that I've been reading about that they're trying to do to fix with gas prices. This is huge. It didn't seize up like those other exchanges, than centralized systems, right? So that's just something I kind of wanted to, touch on, because I think that's very important. Because if this is the new financial system, it just passed with flying colors, everybody, because this crash, right? And I'm not going to mince words, right? If you look at this is the Bitcoin's historical corrections. This thing that just happened, and it's still happening, it's still going in there. It's pretty comparable to one of all the different ones that have happened, right? The one in 2018, that was huge. Here, ending in 2016, from 2013 to 2016, big corrections. Okay, right here, we're over here. But if you compare it, it's mid-level compared to most of them, right? That happened. And this is just straight up Bitcoin, everybody. This is not across the board with all the altcoins. But this is just what we're talking about. And for the system, at least the one that we really concentrate on, DeFi, it worked flawlessly. And everybody, if you wanted to make a move, you can make a move. And it was possible. So I just kind of want to share that, Tim, and just, let everybody see what I was talking about. I just think that's pretty important, that the space that we're in really worked kind of very good, flawlessly.
One thing I was going to say, one thing that I noticed is in the weeks leading up to the crash, if you will, right before the big rush when everybody was buying in and it was skyrocketing, there was a lot. The news was just flooded with how the traditional banking system or the centralized banking system was going to incorporate the crypto into your portfolio, right? And we were just a couple weeks ago saying, hey, you may want to think twice before you take your decentralized assets and give them over to a centralized entity and say, here, take care of, take care of my my free assets, and I'm going to put them in your not so free space over here. We were just talking about that, so that the systems were getting really like, okay, this they are gearing up. The world is gearing up for this to be the system. They're gearing up for this to be something that is going to be on the mainstream playing field. This is still very early, and if again we go back to trying to compare this to Wall Street, and it's just not Wall Street, because at the end of this, the tokens that I went in with are still the tokens that I have right now. If I held, I didn't lose any tokens, and when this comes back, I still have what I came in with. In fact, I'm still 3 times what I came in with, even after everything. I say 3 times. That's just in one of them, and the other one, there's no comparison to the amount that I came in with. So it's a patience thing, and if Wall Street is where people do day trading. If you want to play that game in crypto, then that's where you're taking your biggest risk. But if you want to come in and you want to create an asset, liquidity, or you want to create some capital for yourself, and you want to hold, and you want to create something for the future, then this is a safe space to do that. Still, even today, it's a safe space to do that right now. And now's the time to get in and bring your kids with you and bring your friends with you. And this is the moment. When it's down like this is your opportunity. So, and I love the article, because that was literally what I was thinking is, let's separate the centralized and decentralized space, not just in crypto, but in the traditional centralized market, and then this market as well. So,
yep.